There is a piece of wisdom that comes not from a philosopher or a sage, but from the world of landscape architecture. It's a simple principle, and it goes something like this. The most intelligent path is not the one you design, it is the one that emerges. This is not a call for laziness. It is a call for a profound and difficult kind of humility. We are creatures who love a blueprint. We believe in the power of a master plan, the elegance of a straight line, the authority of a designated route. We draw our neat geometric sidewalks across the empty canvas of a new park or a university campus, believing we have solved the problem of how people should move from A to B. And then people arrive, and they do something maddening. They ignore our beautiful paved right-angled paths. They cut across the grass. At first it's just a few footprints, but soon a thin brown trampled line appears, a scar on our perfect design. This scar has a name, a desire path. It is the path of least resistance, the route of pure intuition. It is the physical evidence of the gap between our plan and human reality. Now the designer of this space has a choice. The first choice is the most common. It is the choice of ego. You declare war on the desire path. You put up a little rope fence. You post a stern metal sign that says, "Keep off the grass." When that fails, you reseed the lawn and perhaps plant a thorny bush to make the shortcut inconvenient. You treat the desire path as a flaw in the people, a sign of their laziness and their disrespect for your elegant plan. You try to force reality to conform to your blueprint. But there is another choice. It is the choice of wisdom. The wise designer does nothing at all. They wait. They watch. They treat the desire path not as a rebellion, but as invaluable feedback. It is a data point, generated by hundreds of people, that reveals the most efficient and natural route, a route the designer with all their top-down planning had failed to see. And after they have watched, they do something radical. They pave the desire path. They make the informal, intuitive route the new official one. They have the humility to let the system design itself. This is sometimes called paving the cow path. This isn't a story about landscape architecture. It's a story about everything. We draw these paved official paths all over our lives. The rigid career ladder we are told we must climb. The complex official workflow at a company that everyone secretly bypasses with a simpler, informal process. The New Year's resolution with a punishing, detailed schedule that is abandoned by the third day in favor of something more intuitive and sustainable. In every case, we have a choice. We can spend our energy building fences, punishing deviation, and trying to force ourselves and others back onto the correct path. We can see the desire path as a sign of our failure to stick to the plan. Or we can see it as a sign of the plan's failure to reflect reality. The challenge is to develop the eyes to see these paths. To recognize that when your team ignores a process, they are not being lazy, they are showing you a more efficient way. When your own motivation rebels against a rigid goal, it is not a failure of your willpower, it is your intuition providing you with crucial data about what you truly need. The most effective, resilient, and authentic systems and lives are not the ones that perfectly adhere to an original blueprint. They are the ones that have the wisdom to recognize where the grass is already worn, and the humility to pave it.